Horoscope 101. Hello. Okay, so as you know, this week has been all of the what I call Freddy movies. Nightmare on Elm Street, which eventually weren't they just called Freddy? The Freddy movie, Freddy. Okay, so I'm number 7. I guess I can take this off now. Um, Following up with Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare. We all know in the horror world that whenever someone says they're dead or it's the final anything, it's actually not the final anything. So, of course, after that, we had Wes Craven's New Nightmare right here. I had this really cheap little 4-pack that I got at Best Buy way back in the day when I finally got to see all of the sequels. Now, when I first saw A New Nightmare, I will just go ahead and tell you that I had no idea what to think about it. I wasn't even sure that I really liked it. I think when the movie was over, my husband looked at me and said, okay, that was absolutely horrible, to be honest with you. And since then, I have seen it now probably about 3 or 4 times since then, and now I absolutely love it. I didn't really get what they were trying to do the first time, and of course, the first time I saw this was probably, it was about 7 years ago. And I tend to like more cheesy, corny, kind of tongue-in-cheek type stuff now compared to even 7 years ago. So I really actually really enjoy New Nightmare. I love how it breaks the fourth wall. I'm not going to do a hardcore synopsis or anything. This is more going to be my thoughts on the film. But basically, when I say it breaks the fourth wall in film, if you don't know what that means, it's basically when okay, I'll give you an example. Zach Morris on Saved by the Bell, whenever he would look to the camera and start talking to the camera like he's talking to you, that's breaking the fourth wall. Meaning you can see all 3 walls. For example, even in here, you can see all 3, all 3 walls. Let's say if you're watching a TV show, you are the 4th wall. And so if someone starts talking to you or acknowledges that, let's say that it is just a movie, that to me is also breaking the 4th wall. So what they did in New Nightmare was basically the actors were playing themselves. You had Heather, I always say her last name wrong, Heather Langenkamp, who, was in the original, was amazing. Love her. She's kind of like a legend at this point. And then you also had Wes Craven. I mean, you had lots of people kind of playing themselves in this film. So basically, I'm going to try not to, like I said, kind of give a synopsis too much, but basically Robert Englund playing himself in this film is one of the absolute best parts about it. What starts happening is that Heather starts thinking that stuff is actually happening to her. Like what, it happens in the movies. So she goes to see Robert and talks to him about what all has been going on. She does the same thing with Wes Craven. And the film basically treats it like it's possible that all of this stuff could really be happening. And there's some creepy little moments when you see the painting that Robert Englund has been working on, and it's totally creepy. And then Wes Craven gives this totally creepy look, and it's just it's awesome. You need to see the film after I think you've seen all the rest. I think my problem was I saw New Nightmare, I think, when I had only seen maybe the first 3. And I think it should be something you should definitely all watch them in order. By the time you get to this one, A New Nightmare, it is kind of a little tongue in cheek because, like I said, it's breaking the fourth wall. It's the actors are playing themselves, and then of course there is Freddy Krueger, in the movie as well. It's not like Robert Englund never is Freddy in the movie. But yeah, I loved it. This is going to be a very short review. I'm kind of on a self-imposed kind of break from YouTube right now. Been busy with family, but I wanted to kind of talk about New Nightmare. You definitely need to see this, but I think it needs to be in order now. In my pack, this would include Freddy versus Jason, but I think for our purposes for Horoscope 101, we're only going through New Nightmare. And simply because the actors play themselves, I think it's totally worth checking this out. But I will be totally honest that I did not like this film when I first saw it about 7 years ago. I mean, I thought the music was horrible. I mean, the acting was horrible. I just didn't get what they were trying to do, and now I absolutely love it. So definitely check it out. I'm looking forward to getting the new, I'd like the Blu-ray set of all of the Freddy movies, but this is just, I have the first 4 in a pack like this, and then I have these 4 in a pack like this, but one day I'll get them on Blu-ray. So yeah, this was my New Nightmare, or I call Freddy 7. And you guys have a fantastic Sunday. If you're off tomorrow, have a fantastic what is it, Memorial Day? Yeah. And see you next week.